vehicles, tractors, cycles, motorcycles, rickshaws, chinchi, tractors, and buses, public transportation as well. We came up with a result that only 55% of the people know about the road signs. We also stopped the donkey carts, which the person did not know much about the road signs at all.
ये इनके मुताबिक काम करते हो कि गाड़ियों में इशारा खुलेगा तो फिर जाओगे, इशारा नहीं खुलेगा।
Not only this person did not know much about the road signs, but he was carrying things with him which was very dangerous, and he should use a proper vehicle where these things can fit inside and they shouldn't be hanging outside.
आपको पता है कि किस चीज़ का इशारा है? 50 की रफ्तार। 50 की रफ्तार। ये किस चीज़ का है? ये आगे लोग मोटरसाइकिल को चला सकते हैं। वाह, ये किस चीज़ का? इसका मतलब है कि आपकी सड़क स्लिपरी है, तो ज़रा एहतियात से चलाएं। और आपका रिक्शा आपको पता है थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है। ये किस चीज़ का है? ये किस चीज़ का है? ये वो बच्चे को लेकर, ये थोड़ा आबादी का एरिया होता है या जिसमें से लोगों की ना पैदल क्रॉसिंग होती है, उस एरिया में ज़रा प्लीज़ एहतियात से चलाया करें ताकि किसी भी एक्सीडेंट से बच सकें आप लोग। ठीक है, ये किस चीज़ का है? ये आप सीधा जा, ये आप नहीं सीधा नहीं, ये चौंक का है, जंक्शन आ गया, चौंक आ गया, दाएँ बाएँ आगे पीछे। ठीक है, ये किस चीज़ का है? डबल सड़क। जी हाँ जी, ये हाईवे है, डबल सड़क। ये किस चीज़ का है? ये मोटरवे पे जाता है। ये बेसिकली मोटरवे या
We spent a day with the traffic police as well. Rabani Hospital on Shakam Chowk is a place where people park their cars where parking is not allowed. So the warden basically gave warnings to the people there and also fined a few of them. On the corner of Thokar Niaz Beg, all these rickshaws and chinchis and wagon drivers park their cars where no parking is allowed. There's no parking allowed, and as soon as the warden came, they started moving. And if there's a warden assigned to this place, what will happen is that these people will not, or these drivers will not park their cars in this place, and the traffic flow will not be disrupted.
लोग क्यों यहाँ पर गाड़ियाँ वगैरह खड़ी करते हैं? बस ये प्रोफेशनल लोग हैं, वाले इतना स्टाफ है, सवारी ले उठाएँ सारे उनके लिए। ये बड़े हो जाते हैं कि जब तक बत्ती नहीं या जब तक मुल्क नहीं। अच्छा, आप हमने देखा जैसे आप आए हैं तो सारे लोग यहाँ पे खड़े होते हैं, यहाँ पर आपने परमानेंट बंदा नहीं खड़ा होता, परमानेंट बंदा होता है। अच्छा, तो ये बस स्टैंड जो है वो आपका उधर है, इधर नहीं है? वो आगे 2 से 3 गाड़ियाँ खड़ी हों, सवारी उतारे हैं। ठीक है, परमानेंट बंदा भी आपके इधर खड़ा होता है। ठीक है, बहुत शुक्रिया। देखिए, जिस तरह आपने यहाँ पर वायलेशन हो रही थी, बस स्टैंड जो है वो बता रहे हैं वो आगे की तरफ है उधर, लेकिन गाड़ियाँ वगैरह सारी इधर खड़ी की हुई थी। अब इसमें देखें, अगर पुलिस का जो है वो थोड़ा सा रोल है, जैसे ही ये इंस्पेक्टर यहाँ पर आए हैं तो आपने देखा सारी गाड़ियाँ जो है वो ख़त्म हो गई हैं, सारी चली गई हैं। तो अगर पुलिस का परमानेंट बंदा हर वक्त इधर खड़ा हो तो यहाँ पर जो ये फ्लो है ट्रैफिक का, ना ये डिस्टर्ब हो। बस स्टैंड उधर है, बसों को उधर खड़ा होना चाहिए। तो अब यही हम कोशिश करेंगे पुलिस का एक बंदा जो मुझे खड़ा करवाए, क्योंकि जैसे ही पुलिस वाले हैं सारी गाड़ियाँ आगे चली गई हैं।
Our first stop was at Sharif Education Complex, where we told the students that the reason we are here is because of a course that has been offered to us by the name Leadership and Community Development. It's a course where we do community service, and the type of service that we have chosen is road safety. The first thing we touched upon was tires and the important role of tires while driving, because they are the reason that we have grip on the road, and once the tire degradation starts, we lose the balance and grip on the road. So it's really important to make sure your tires haven't lost any type of grip and change them if they have. Next thing we talked about was that you need to be visible on the road. While walking on the road, if you're far away or even if you're traveling in the night, you need to wear such type of clothes that you can be seen and visible in the night. We talked to him about crossing on the road. This world is an urban jungle and you need to see before crossing the road. There were students there who were underage and under the age of 18, and they drove cars. And what's dangerous about this is because they haven't received proper education about how to drive and about the signals and all the rules and regulations that need to be followed on the road. So in case they get into an accident, obviously they will be arrested, but it will be worse for them because they won't have a driving license. So it's important, if you're even above 18, you should have a driving license if you're driving a car, or a motorbike license if you're riding a motorcycle. We talked to them about how to cross the street, or how when you're walking to school, what do you need to take precautions about. First thing we talked to them about, while crossing the road, you need to look on both sides. Don't cross the street on the corners because cars have blind spots and they cannot see the pedestrians crossing the road, so that can cause an accident as well. The principal of Sharif Education, Mrs. Zareen Shoaib, shared an incident that happened in Japan. She said there was a man driving a car on the road around at 2 a.m. He stopped at the signal and the person sitting along with him on the passenger seat asked him to cross on the red light, as there was no one around. The driver then replied to his friend that, "Do you see a building on the left side? Maybe there is a boy sitting in that window who is looking at us. So if we will cross on the red light, then what example will we set? Maybe when he grows up, he does the same thing and commits a crime." The next stop was Message Grammar School, which is located in Izmir town. It is in a residential society. There are students there who take the bus, car, bicycle and other means of transportation. There were students there who also walked to the school. They showed great interest in the presentation. We taught them about all the rules and laws which need to be followed on the roads for their safety, which convinced them from the response we got. In the question and answer session, they raised many questions which were how to cross the road and why don't people use the right method to cross the road. So what we told them, that their facility of footpath that should be used at all times. If there is no footpath, always walk on the right side of the road so that you can see the traffic coming from the opposite side. And to keep one thing in mind is that while they walk in a single line, make sure they keep close to the right side of the road. Keep the children on the extreme right side if any minors are walking with them. Use the facility of zebra crossing, overhead bridge or underpass if they are available.